know that person? That person that when you think about them, they can take you from being in a really good mood, and just by thinking about them, you get thrown into this negative energy field. Well, today we're going to learn how to cut that cord so that that doesn't have to happen to you. So sit back and relax and just listen and see if this helps you. Have a great day. Become the foundation of this entire series. Quantum living isn't information, it's transformation. And transformation doesn't happen by watching videos. It happens through practice. So today, don't just listen, practice. Have you ever been having a wonderful day? The sun is shining, you're feeling peaceful, everything feels right. Then someone mentions one person's name. Immediately, your stomach tightens, your shoulders tense, your breathing changes. Suddenly, you're replaying conversations that happened years ago. You've left the present moment and entered an old story. Here's the fascinating part. That person isn't even here, yet somehow they're controlling your emotional weather. Have you ever wondered why? Today we're going to explore one of the most powerful ideas in quantum living. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. Imagine for a moment that every meaningful relationship in your life has an invisible cord connecting you. Some cords are beautiful. They carry love, compassion, kindness, encouragement, connection. Those cords nourish us. They are not the problem. But sometimes a cord becomes tangled. Instead of carrying love, it carries resentment, fear, control, guilt, expectation, old pain. And without realizing it, we continue feeding that cord with our attention. Every replay, every argument we've had in our head, every fantasy about what we wish we had said, every attempt to change another person feeds the cord. The more attention we give it, the stronger it feels. This doesn't mean invisible cords are a literal force. Think of them as a way of picturing the emotional and mental habits that keep drawing our attention back to someone or something. The image helps us recognize a pattern so we can begin changing it. Love versus attachment. One of the greatest misunderstandings is believing attachment is love. It isn't. Love says, I want the very best for you. Attachment says, I need you to change so I can feel peaceful. Love gives freedom. Attachment demands control. Love trusts. Attachment fears. Love observes. Attachment reacts. The moment another person's choice determines your peace, you've handed them the steering wheel. Not intentionally, but automatically. Quantum living invites us to gently take it back. Why people live rent-free in our minds. Have you ever noticed someone who occupies your thoughts all day? Has no idea they're occupying your thoughts? Meanwhile, You're carrying the emotional weight. They're simply living their life. Why? Because the brain is designed to protect us. When an experience feels emotionally important, the brain flags it. Pay attention. Don't let this happen again. The problem is, the brain doesn't always know the difference between remembering and reliving. Every time we replay that story, our body responds as though it's happening again. Your heart rate changes. Your muscles tighten. Stress hormones begin flowing. Nothing outside has happened, yet your body reacts as though danger is present. This is why observation matters. Observation interrupts the automatic program. Meet the characters. Let's imagine today's situation. Someone criticizes you. Immediately, Vinny victim says, "They always do this to me." Debbie Downer whispers, "This relationship is never going to change." Annie Anxiety jumps in, "What if this gets worse?" Frightened Freddy wants to defend himself immediately. Before you know it, the committee has taken over. But today, someone new enters the room. The observer. The observer doesn't argue. The observer doesn't judge. The observer simply notices, "I can feel my body tightening. I notice my mind replaying the conversation. I notice the anger arising." That single moment of awareness changes everything. As a coach, I've seen people spend years trying to change someone else, a parent, a spouse, an adult child, a friend. They believed peace would finally come when that person behaved differently. But something remarkable happened when they shifted their attention. Instead of asking, "How do I get them to change?" they began asking, "What is happening inside of me right now?" That simple shift didn't erase the relationship overnight, but it returned something precious: their ability to choose. The other person still had their journey, but they no longer determined the emotional climate inside. That is the beginning of freedom. Today's practice. Today, we're practicing one thing. Notice every time someone's name enters your mind. Pause. Observe. Don't judge yourself. Don't try to fix anything. Simply ask, what is happening inside of me right now? Where do I feel it? What story immediately appears? Which quantum living character just started talking? That's all. Awareness before action. Observation before reaction. Find a comfortable position for meditation and take a slow breath in and gently exhale. Again, breathing in peace and breathing out tension. Imagine yourself standing at the beginning of a beautiful road. This is your road. The road ahead. You notice a warm golden light surrounding you. It feels safe, peaceful, loving. Now imagine someone whose presence often changes your emotional weather. Simply allow them to appear in your awareness. No judgment, no blame, only observation. Notice what happens inside your body. Notice your breathing. Notice your thoughts. Quietly say, I am observing. Again, I am observing. Now imagine an energetic cord connecting you, not as something to fear, but as a symbol of the attention you've been giving this relationship. Look at it with compassion. It has tried to protect you. It has carried hope, fear, expectation, love, disappointment. Thank it for showing you where your attention has been. Now imagine placing both hands over your heart. With each slow breath, picture your energy returning home. Not by taking anything away from another person, but by choosing to bring your attention back to yourself. Silently repeat, I release the need to control. I release the need to replay. I choose peace. I choose awareness. I choose to become the observer. Feel your shoulders soften, your breathing deepen, your mind become quiet. Notice that love can remain, even as unhealthy attachment begins to loosen. Take one final breath. As you open your eyes, carry one intention into the rest of your day. Pause. Observe. Choose. Reflection. Download today's worksheet using the link below. Spend a few minutes writing about today's experience. Reflect on these questions. Who has been occupying my emotional energy? What physical sensations did I notice when I thought about them? Which inner voice showed up first? What changed when I simply observed instead of reacting? Remember, you don't have to stop reacting today. You only have to notice the reaction a little sooner. That's how new, neutral pathways are formed. That's how transformation begins. Who's been occupying your emotional energy? And what did you notice when you simply observed instead of reacted? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your experience may help someone else begin their journey. If today's lesson spoke to you, please subscribe, like this video, and share it with somebody who needs this message. One moment of awareness can change the direction of a life. Don't forget to download today's free reflection worksheet in the description below. I'm Bethany Orrick, and this is Quantum Living. Stay curious, stay conscious, and remember, pause, observe, and choose. You don't have to master this today. Just notice one reaction, one thought, one moment where you became the observer instead of the reactor. That's how the brain changes. That's how lives change. That's quantum living today. I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.